guys, it's Kimmi. I know you're here for the video and I'm gonna let you get right to it. But first, I have to tell you about the Notary Business Success Mentor Program if you have not heard. And it includes everything you need to get started in your business to teach you how to properly notarize using our course, Notarize Like a Pro. Apostilles, field inspection, ink fingerprinting, you name it, we got you covered. So check it out, including weekly live trainings and a 7-day-a-week chat. Oh yeah, you heard it right, 7 days. So check it out, notaryeducators.com. Bye. Enjoy the video. But I saw Jasmine was helping you, and that's why we have the best mentorship too. We're a community for real. We want everybody to win. We want everybody's signings to be perfect, not just mine. We want yours to be good too. So shout out Jasmine. Y'all see Jasmine on here a lot. Shout out Jasmine because she did help Lori that day. Angela is saying, because she did one notarization in person and do the other remote. No, that wasn't the option in this case. And I've never actually seen a split signing remote like that. Not saying it can't happen and not saying it won't happen in the future. But so let's talk about remote just really quick. Again, Lori, thank you so much for sharing your story and letting me share it with everybody. Appreciate it. So Lori is in mentorship again, and even though she's in mentorship, you can see things still happen, but she had a team to support her through it, okay? Now, I did tell Lori next time if she was unsure, though, ask in the group before you do it. Because sometimes, you know, you get nervous while you're out there and you just do it and then you ask later. So I'd rather ask the questions in the chat first, in our group chat. And that's what I always teach our notaries too. That's what we're here for. Let's ask the questions to us. I don't really want you asking the signing company unless we have to. Now, if it's something that, you know, I didn't write the order, so I can't tell you what to do, right? But based on experience, a lot of things we can kind of talk it through together, because every single signing, every single package is going to look different, right? So I just told Lori in the future too, just kind of run it through us, you know, if you're unsure, and that way we can catch the error on the front end, because that would have been a hard no. Everybody would have been like, no, Lori, don't do that. Okay. So we're on our way to the Apostille office, as I mentioned. Jasmine just made it. Jasmine, you missed your shout out, baby girl. I don't know why I was referring to Jasmine like that. I just love Jasmine. As like a daughter I don't have or something. I don't know. But Jasmine, Lori was giving you a shout out for helping her the other day with her signing. She really appreciated it. So you guys really do support each other. I say that. So we got a good community, y'all. We really do. So we are going to start wrapping up shortly. So again, I'm going to give y'all that coupon code. I'm going to walk in there. Y'all can walk in the office with me, and then I'll cut it off. Really quick on this apostille that I have for today. It's going to Mexico. Here is the document. I didn't have time to prepay. I typically prepay this is the request form for the apostille. I typically do a prepaid digital one online, so I don't have to do it when I get in person. I don't know if all of your states will allow that, but my state does allow for it, but I just didn't have time to do it. So I just wrote it out today. And this is a power of attorney going to Mexico. It is in Spanish. I get that question a lot. Can apostille be in another language? Yes, it can. It depends on your state requirement. It depends on, you know, what the other person is asking for. It depends on where it's going. It's just a lot of variables. Can we slow down just a wee bit because it's Friday? And just slow down a little bit. There's a lot of traffic out here. Y'all know I get nervous. Anyway, yeah, so this document is in Spanish, so you can't read it, so I'm gonna show it to you. Well, it ain't gonna be that close, but it is in the Spanish language. Okay. And then my notarization part though is in English. Okay. So I get that question quite a bit. So I'm not in Mexico. I'm not from Mexico. I don't speak Spanish. You don't have to, okay? The document is going to a Spanish-speaking country. Now, again, this is all going to be dependent upon who's requesting the documents, okay? And back to that remote online question we had earlier. The question was, could it have been done remote? When you think about remote online notary, I want to leave these tips with you, okay? We have a whole introduction course in the mentorship program. You can buy that separately too. A lot of people have found that beneficial before they started doing remote online notary. I got a few videos here on the channel, but I do a deep dive, of course, in the course. But when it comes to remote online notary, you have to remember, just because it is legal doesn't mean the other person's going to accept it. Okay? So you got to think about that. So the state of Georgia is not legal at all. So if someone decides, well, you know what, I'm going to get it online notarized in the state of Florida, that's great. You've met Florida's legal requirements, right? But that doesn't mean that Georgia is going to accept it. And you still have to find out, who is it going to in Georgia? Is it going to be recorded? So it's a lot of questions that have to be asked. Questions equal money, right? I say that all the time. Questions equal money. The more questions you ask. So anyway, questions also will help you avoid mistakes. The proper screening questions will help you avoid some stuff I did today. Because I did the most, not properly screening. Even my apostille client, we got there and she had to have this document rewritten. Basically, some of it, but it was enough where she was there for 2 hours and we had to convert the document. What was it from? We had to convert it from PDF to, well, actually we were trying to convert it from PDF to Word, but then we actually ended up being able to edit the PDF. And I don't know how in the world Jeffrey figured it out, because I would have never been able to. I would have had to send her packed on her merry way. But I did charge her an extra $50 for that too, because I didn't know we had to do all that. I asked her about printing it. She was like, oh no. But we not only did we have to end up printing it, but we had to end up redoing it. So typically I don't prepare a lot of documents. I'm not going to encourage you to prepare documents, but I do have a special immigration bond that allows me to do certain things, okay? So again, whether or not you should prepare documents, I'm not going to tell you to do that. This is the biggest, they're already putting Christmas stuff on. Look, we made it to the office, y'all. Let me show you the apostille office in Georgia. Have y'all been with me before? Okay, let me see. I gotta get my purse. Okay, I'll let y'all walk in with me. I ain't gonna take y'all too far, because I'm gonna get ready to end this too, but I'm gonna take you in the office a little bit. I need my purse. Say hi, Jeffrey.
Hey, folks.
Oh, say hi. Let me get my folder. Okay. So we're gonna go in here. Now see, I see somebody else wearing a mask. I'm trying to see, should I put mine on? I typically now don't wear too much if I'm in an airy situation or whatever. Let me show you our building right quick. It's really nice. Hold on. So this is where we have to come in Atlanta to do our apostilles. 1875 Century Boulevard. Whenever I come down here, it's a happy day. Okay. So we're gonna go in. I'll show you just a little bit. Did I see somebody behind me? Oh, my own shadow, y'all. I'm crazy. Oh, I'm crazy. Hi. So this is the office. Let me show you. I made it down here. This is live. This is live. So I come down here to the office with my stuff. Oh, I went the wrong way. Hold on. Oh, there you go. So I'm not going to take y'all in the office because they don't like that. Where do you deliver it in Georgia? Oh, you might have just missed that part. I'm down here at 1875 Century Boulevard. Look. So these are the forms. If you don't do it online, they have a little table sitting out here. And then, like I said, I typically don't do that. And then I always check the date. See, they about to close next Tuesday for the holiday. Yep. They about to close. So anyway, somebody just saw me filming. I hope she can't stop me from filming though. That's why I'm gonna put my camera up. She looking all frowned up. I'm a content creator. People got to get used to it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to say bye because I got to go in here and do this apostille. But it's the state of Mexico. I mean, country of Mexico. One document. Power of attorney. We had to edit it for her. Total cost was $225. Okie dokie. I'm debating if I'm going to take it back to her or not. I'm debating if I'm going to take it back. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to say bye on behalf of Notary Educators with Coach Kimmi. Bye. See y'all over at mentorship, notaryeducators.com for all things notary. Bye.